Hi, I'm Chaz. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Cooking with Chaz. Today we are going to make stuffed zucchini boats. It's something healthy, light, fresh, and pretty easy to make. It takes a little bit of prep, but it's well worth it. Let's jump right in, and I'm going to show you the ingredients. I have 3 medium-sized zucchinis sliced in half with the insides removed with a melon ball. 1 large carrot, peeled and chopped, a green bell pepper, just a little bit, 3 cloves of garlic chopped, half of a medium white onion, finely chopped. This is the inside of the zucchini that I just cut in half. The melon balls, I cut them in half and chopped them up a little bit. We have some radishes and 1 large chicken breast that I cooked previously and diced up. Olive oil, salt and pepper, a skillet, and a baking pan. First thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 400. It sounds high, but we need it that So the first thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 400 degrees. It may sound a little high, but what we want to do is get the boats started and let them cool so then we can stuff them before we bake them off. So what I do is I take these, I line them on a pan, and we're going to drizzle them with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to tilt my so you can see what I do. Like I said, I drizzle these with a little bit of olive oil, not much at all, because they're going to sweat a little bit anyway. So you don't want to put too much liquid on there, just a little bit. And salt and pepper, just a little bit of salt. Now you want to take a brush and just brush that olive oil and salt and pepper as well as you can around in there. Picking up a little bit of oil off the sides. And we'll pop these in the oven, that 400 degree oven, for about 4 minutes. If you ever cooked zucchini before, you know that it doesn't take a lot of time to cook, and we don't want these mushy. But once we stuff them, it will take no time for these to cook off. So I'm going to get these in the oven. Be right back. All right, guys. So while those boats are just getting heated, I would say. They're really not cooking too much. They're just getting heated through, a little bit more pliable. We are going to take a hot pan, put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Not much. Maybe a tablespoon. Make sure your pan's coated. We don't want anything to stick. And what we'll start with is our carrots, because they're going to take the longest. So we'll put those carrots in. And the onions. You want to try to put the garlic in as late as possible, because you don't want it to burn. Give it somewhere to go. And I put the bell peppers in too. And just move it around. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. This is going to be really quick. You'll be surprised. And we'll let those go for about a minute. Not long at all. All right, so that's about a minute. I want to go ahead and get that garlic in there. Now, since your eye is so hot right now, you want to drop that down to about a medium high. I'm going to toss that garlic in. And it's okay if you get a little bit of color. It's a good thing, because that's flavor. And we'll pick anything that sticks. On the bottom of the pan, we're going to use a little bit of balsamic vinegar. All right, so I took the zucchini boats out. So see, they're a little soft, but not too soft. You still want these crunchy. Our carrots and onions are right where we want them in order for us to go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. So this is the zucchini. Add that back in. And I took my eye back up a little bit, maybe to a medium high. And I put the radishes and all that. You want to remember that you want your radishes and your zucchini to be kind of crunchy. Not, you know, not raw, but you want a little bit of a crunch. A little salt and pepper. And I'm just putting a splash of olive oil in there, because I want somewhere for my zucchini to go. And keep that moving. And something really light for the spring or summer. And these would be great on a picnic, because they're okay if they're room temperature. Alright, so once I got the zucchini and radishes in there, I'm going to let that cook for 2 minutes. Pick up anything that's sticking to the bottom of that pan with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. It'd be great. Alright, so we are reaching probably at about 45 seconds. So what I'm going to do is add about 2 teaspoons of balsamic. Remember that balsamic is has a strong taste, but it goes well with veggies. You want to go ahead and get all that up. And that's done. I don't want to overcook that, so I'm going to turn my eye off. My timer is about to go off. And at this point, you'll add your cooked chicken and your vegetable mix. And if you want to make this a completely vegetarian dish, omit the chicken. Add a little bit more carrots, a little bit more of the vegetables, more of the zucchini that I took out. And so what I'm going to do, make sure all that gets incorporated really well. That looks so good. Hope you can see it. And I just want to feel that zucchini. Still got a great texture. All right. And that is literally it. If you notice, I didn't put a lid on any of this because you don't want your vegetables to overcook. I want to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm actually doing. I'm going to put this directly in the boat. Make sure you get a good spoon of everything when you are filling these, because you want your guests or family to get a taste of all of your hard work and all of your chopping. Okay, and this is what I meant about the Parmesan. I'm choosing to use Parmesan. You can use whatever cheese you prefer. I wanted a little bit of nuttiness in mine. So I'm going to put that right on there. This is also going to work as like a binding agent, because these are loose ingredients. So, and don't be afraid to overstuff. And if things fall to the side, you can always just scoop them on someone's plate. Someone will eat them. Go. And once I get it in there, what I like to do is I just press it down, get it in the shape that you want, and there you go. In fact, I'm gonna put this spillage right there. So I'm gonna finish filling these up, and I'll be right back. So now we have our zucchini boats completely stuffed. I think those look great. What I decided to do on top is put a little bit of Colby Jack cheese just on top, just a little bit. Don't put too much cheese on there because you don't want to hide your great veggies, and just, it's a beautiful dish. Don't drown it out with a lot of cheese, just in my opinion. So we're going to bake these off and put them in the oven for an additional 4 minutes on 325, and then we'll be done. All right, our timer went off after the 4 minutes. I put it on broil for another additional minute, just so I can get a little bit of, I tried to get a little color on them, on the cheese that I put on top. Really didn't come through too much. If you want to, you could do it for 2 minutes. I thought that this was good. I am pleased, and I can't wait to dig in. Let me get this plated and wrap up the video. So I wanted to tell you guys, it was easy getting those off of the baking pan. Just make sure you use a spatula or flipper, whatever you like to call it. I used one that was really wide so that way it would cover more of the zucchini. Came out really good. So as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.